Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's board report for the month of March. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at the work groups created under House Bill 1490 that are developing new academic performance standards here in Missouri. Those work groups have been meeting for several months now and are looking at standards for English language arts, mathematics, social studies, and science. Of course, schools throughout the state have already been utilizing the current Missouri learning standards that were previously adopted by the State Board of Education. Members of the work groups were nominated by the governor, lieutenant governor, legislators, and various groups, including MSBA. The members include active classroom teachers, school board members, parents, and others. Columbia School Board member Jan Meese is a member of the English Language Arts Work Group for grades K through 5. And she says meetings have been contentious at times, but her group is making progress.
We think we are a good way into this now. We have determined 5 strands that we want to pursue, and we have broken into groups to try and make that work more efficient with our time. And as we look at rewriting the standards, we are looking at standards from the Common Core, from Massachusetts, from Texas, from our own Missouri GLEs, which were the basis of our Common Core. So we're drawing together as many resources as we can and reworking them to the delight of our committee members.
Meese adds she remains optimistic the groups will be able to develop solid and rigorous standards for Missouri students. But she also understands how frustrated educators throughout the state have been with this process.
I think what we need to remember is there has been a lot of work that has been done previous to this by educators in our state to get the good grade level expectations and learning standards that are in place now that we have to be working with until this new set is approved, if it happens. And I think this is going to be very frustrating for our teachers and our districts who are out using the standards now. By law, 2014-15, this is the year they were to be implemented, and they don't know whether to fish or cut bait. Now what do I do?
The work groups will present their proposed standards to the State Board of Education by this coming October. If revised standards are adopted, new assessments will have to be developed, and it's estimated that process will take an additional 2 years. Sports concussions among students continue to be a major concern for school districts throughout the state. The Brain Injury Association of Missouri recently held a series of workshops around the state on the issue designed to help school districts return students safely to sports and the classroom. One of the speakers at the events was Dr. Mark Halstead, the director of the Sports Concussion Program at Washington University in St. Louis. He says students recovering from concussions may need to have their classroom workload reduced for a while.
If you do that, and do that intentionally without having these kids even know that they're getting less work, you'll do great with these kids and they'll recover a lot better. The problem is again, these kids don't ask for help. They don't know how to ask for help. They won't ask for help. They don't want to draw the attention in class. Hey, you know what, I'm having a headache now. I didn't get what you just told me, teacher. They're not going to do those things, okay? It's very unusual for me to see a kid that actually is willing to do that. When I asked them to do that, they're kind of sitting there, no, I can't do that. No way. And so that's not going to help them. So if the teacher can do that intentionally ahead of time, these kids will do great, okay?
Halstead adds schools make learning accommodations for many students already and need to do the same for students with concussions. MSBA Center for Education Safety was one of the partners for the concussion workshops. Because of a winter storm that moved through the state last month, MSBA was forced to cancel its annual legislative forum in Jefferson City. But that makes it even more important that you attend your region's School Board Advocacy Network Day in Jefferson City. Your S-Band visit will include a briefing on current legislative issues at MSBA's Member Relations Center, and then you'll have the opportunity to visit your local legislators at the Capitol. The event is free, but we do ask you to register in advance through the MSBA website. Also, be sure to mark your calendar for the MSBA Spring Regional Meeting in your area of the state. Those meetings will be held in April and May this year, and will feature a panel of local community leaders discussing collaboration with school leaders on school safety. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.